Hi, Debbie here. Well, I'm gonna start another project with sewing. I thought I would try and make this crisscross apron. So this is what I'm going to be doing, making one of these. Now I do have a lot of aprons and I do wear them mostly when I'm baking, but they're all store-bought. So I thought, you know what, let me make my own just to have something that I made. And so anyway, this is the style that I'm going to be using. And these are the fabrics that I picked out to do it. So I've got this one here. And it's reversible, which I like. So I can either wear one on the outside and flip it around and put the other one on the outside. Doesn't really matter. So they're going to be reversible. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be working on now. Making me an apron. I can't wait. And I also bought these little seam guides. You line them up with your needle, and they keep your seam width like 1/4 of an inch. This one's for 1/4 of an inch because I usually use my presser foot as a guide, and that's really not 1/4 of an inch. It's a little more, but I thought I'd try these and see how they work, because my stitches aren't always exactly the same distance apart. I can be a little wonky when I sew, but this should help me with that, with the 1/4 of it. I thought I'd just give them a try. I saw these on Shabby Fabrics, and I thought, you know what, let me try it, see how it works for me. And yeah, so anyway, this is what I'm going to do. So what I need to do is I need to take the pattern out and cut it out of the paper, and then I need to trace it onto the fabric and then cut the fabric. So instead of having you watch me do all that, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that, and then once I have the fabric cut, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get ready to sew. Okay, well, the pattern's all cut out. It's hard for you to see that I have the pieces here. What I think I might want to do once I get it together, because each side's going to have pockets, I was thinking of on one side switch out the fabrics for the pockets, like so. So I'm kind of thinking I might want to do it that way, but we'll see when we get to that point with the pockets. But right now, that's what I'm thinking. Well, anyway, I need to go set up my sewing machine and read some more of the instructions on how to pin this together before I start sewing. Okay, well, everything's cut out. I got my sewing machine set up. Now, the next thing the instructions are telling me to do is to zigzag or serge the straight bottom edges of each apron. I do have a serger, but the thread for my serger is black and I don't have another color, so I am just going to put a zigzag stitch on the bottom of each of these apron pieces. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I got my little guide here that I put on. Remember, I told you I was going to put that 1/4 inch guide. So now I'm just going to serge the whole bottom of this apron. I'll just use that as a guide. I usually use my presser foot as a guide, but this might help me a little bit, be more accurate. So we'll see how it works. So anyway, I'm just going to continue doing this little zigzag stitch along the bottom of both of these apron pieces, and then I'll show you how it turns out. Okay, well, I've zigzagged the bottom. Now, the only thing about this pattern that I'm not 100% sure I'm going to like is they actually don't sew the two bottom pieces together. They're left open just like this. So I'm going to try it like this. If I don't like it, I could always sew the two bottom ends together. I'll just fold them over and then just top stitch them together. But I'll do this for now and see how that goes. So the next thing I need to do is I need to put in my shoulder, the bands in. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to take a pocket. I got one in the pocket here, and some interfacing. I got a piece here, and I need to just iron this interfacing onto the wrong sides of all the pockets. So let me do that. Okay, well, I have my interfacings ironed onto the pockets. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to go across the top edge with the zigzag stitch, and then I need to go around and fold them under a 1/4 inch all the way around and press it, and then I need to set this up on my apron where I want my pockets to be. So once I have these pinned on my apron, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, well, I have the pockets sewn on both pieces. So now I need to see what's going to be next, and I think that's going to be working on getting the straps sewn together. I've got them clipped, but they need to be sewn, so that's going to be my next step. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, well, I have the extra band sewn on here. So I've done that on both pieces of the apron. So now I need right sides together, and then I just need to line up my seams, pin it, and then I just need to sew around where the instructions are telling me to sew. So let me get that far, and then I'll show you how it's turning out. Okay, well, you can see it's all pinned, and you know what, I am pretty much 100% sure I'm not going to want to leave my bottom like that open. I just don't like this. So I think after I have everything done, I probably will end up closing this at the bottom, but I'll do that at the end. First, let me get all this sewn around and, and finish putting the rest, then I have to attach these in a crisscross way, and I'll show you how that works on that. So let me get these sewn, and then I'll show you how we go to the next step. Okay, well, I've got both sides sewn together, and what seems I could press out, I pressed out. Now I just need to turn it right side out, and then I'll give it a good press, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, well, it's all turned right side out and pressed. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to take one of these bands and attach it to this band over here. So I need to bring this in and slide it into each other and then sew. So that's the next step, is just attaching the two bands here together. So let me go ahead and do that. And once I do that part, I think the apron is done. Okay, well, I sewed the bands together. So now I have two straps, and they crisscross in the back. So it's kind of hard to show this on, on video. So anyway, I got the two straps, they're on. And I went ahead and did a seam on the bottom. Now I still left it open. I didn't close it. I'm going to go ahead and just see how I like it opened like this. And if I do, it's fine. If not, then I can just, bring the two pieces together and sew them. So this is what I have so far. The next thing to do is to go over the whole apron in a top stitch. Just go around the whole thing in a top stitch. But this is how it's going to be. I have this pattern here with the pockets, or I can do it this way with this pattern with these pockets. So either way, it's really pretty. And so yeah, after I get the top stitching on, I might have my husband do a video with me with it on, so you can get a better idea what it looks like. Okay, well, I just wanted to show you it's finished, how it looks. So it came out really nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Got nice, great big pockets, and of course the crisscross in the back, because it just slips over. It's really easy. And since it's reversible, you can do either side, but this is what I did for the videos using this one. I used the other fabric for the pockets. So you got two nice big pockets, and you got plenty of room, because I'm small, so there's plenty of room for a bigger person. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what it looked like on, because it's hard for me to show that, doing the video. So yeah, that was what I wanted to do. So I want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.